It's fall and that Gulf water is dirty from all the rain and high temps, so today we are back on the Wishbone 2 with Captain Aiden from Naughty Dog Charters, getting out past the brown water 70 plus miles into 190 to 200 feet, targeting giant black grouper, American red snapper, and gag grouper season is finally on. It is fall in Southwest Florida, and that can only mean one thing.
Bad visibility.
All the rain and the runoff that we have in late summer into fall just desecrates the visibility. Around 45 miles to shore, visibility is like murky and brown, and it's almost like night diving. If you get past that 50-mile mark in the Gulf of Mexico right now, then you're able to get into that blue water. You're able to get into better visibility, even though it's not great. It's like at 150 to 190 feet, you're still only about 20 feet of viz. We take what we can get right now. We're going out for the fish. We're not going out for the visibility, so it is what it is. So this is the first drop of the day, a ledge out in about 186 feet that Aiden had found while hook and line fishing, dropping baits down and jigs and getting broke off time and time again. So he wanted to check this spot first. So me and Scott head down, and I immediately see a nice black grouper descend on him, and he gets spooked up into the ledge a little bit quick before I can get that shot off. So I'm dropping down, got the flashlight on, and it's a pretty tight ledge and he can't get very far. So I go ahead and shoot my line shaft in him, and then I shoot a second power head in there to try to give him the old knockout, because the last thing you want to do is fight with a big fish at 200 feet. So as soon as I get the shot off, he immediately kicks and dusts the place up, but I think everything is good, so I go ahead and start to pull on the shaft, and he's fighting me a little bit there. He's stuck up in the ledge a little too much, and I end up pulling the shaft out. Being that the place is dusted up, I feel, well, I'm going to go ahead and go up a little bit into the water column and try to, save my NDL and try to let the dust settle down there. I'm looking at my my watch, and since we're so deep, I'm already at 0. So I got to make some quick decisions here. So I go back down. I'm thinking I'm either going to get a shaft in him and put my S&B up to mark the spot to back dive it. But I go ahead and put one more line shaft in him, and I get him right in the tail. For whatever reason, he pulls out this time fairly easy, and I'm looking at him, and I'm not seeing where the power head went in. When I pulled this fish out of the ledge, I was like, what am I going to do to hang on to this thing? All I could think of was get the line shaft through him and get up in the water column and figure it out. The only thing I'm thinking is I got to get up in the water column at this point, because I'm about 2 minutes into deco. So I get going up in the water column as I'm stringing him up. As of now, he's pretty lifeless, so that's pretty lucky. So I went ahead and got him strung up. Got that lift bag, which is basically just a standard safety sausage. Just use them as lift bags for these fish. I use my deco bottle to get a little bit of air into that lift bag. I feel like I'm pretty lucky that he went so easy, because looking at that fish back up on the boat, again, there's no entry wound from the power head, so the concussion of that 357 going off in the ledge was enough to knock him out and make it to where I could take care of business with him with little to no fight at all. I'd go ahead and take my shaft back out of his gills and send him up. Pretty lucky. So freaking lucky this thing cooperated.
That's a 75 pounder.
It's a big one. Heck yeah.
Aiden is dating my daughter Jetta. She said the only thing that gets him excited is big fish.
Holy crap, that's a huge one, dude. Oh man, here, let me get the door open for you.
It's all right. We'll come over to rail.
Heck yeah! First, holy crap! That's a hog.
Look at the hook. There's your hook, Aiden.
Yeah. Heck yeah! That's a mondo. It looks like a jig. Good start for the trip. Eddie?
Come on. Holy shit. That's a big fish, dude. Yeah, baby. Woo! Stud. Jason would yell at you if you messed that tail up. Here, I'll get the bags out. All right.
There's a reason we brought over 100 pounds of ice.
Huh? I got him.
When you drop at these depths, I mean this drop here I believe was at 197 feet. Definitely, I mean, my deepest drop ever. The fish, the life on this spot, it was sand, hard bottom, and then these giant 4 to 6 foot potholes just kind of everywhere. Gags everywhere. They were sitting in the middle of the holes. Gags and triggerfish were just scamps. They were just all over the place on this spot. It's by far my favorite drop of the day, last drop of the day. But again, when you're at that depth, you just don't have enough time to load up on fish, so it's worth back diving. You know, we probably could have back dove this spot 2 or 3 times and loaded up on fish. This particular spot was loaded with fish. I mean, all different species. We had scamps, we had bait fish everywhere, bonitas were in the water column. It was a pretty epic spot. And we dropped down. But he finds a black, pops it. Everything looks good with him, so I'm going to drop on these other holes and shoot some gags. And you can see the bottom, or the fish are just kind of scattering everywhere. Nice gags everywhere. So I pick one out here and put him down. if it wasn't so deep, we could literally just string up our limit of gags on this one drop. But you have about 4 to 5 minutes max bottom time at this depth. So it's kind of, you got to drop, you got to engage, and you got to get back up. Nice 28, 29 inch gag grouper. I don't have a lot of time here. Had a little bit of hard time getting him strung up, so I find a nice sized triggerfish, and I go ahead and pop him and get him strung up. I shoot him right in the head, and when you got a headshot on some of these fish, they just, the shaft just doesn't want to pull back out. So on these triggerfish, we go through the gills and out the mouth, because if anybody you know a history with shooting parrotfish and triggerfish, they will come at you and try to bite you, and they've got some crazy teeth. So you always want to string your triggerfish either through the mouth or out the mouth. That way it's got that steel that's protecting you. Nice little tip of the day there as we're heading back up in the water column. Scott had some problems with his black, ended up rocking up, and Steve and Aiden ended up back diving this spot and got a few more gags and American red snappers, and Steve got tagged by a lionfish.
Here, grab it. It's got everything on it and the gun.
Carboat country, this is what happens.
Get this guy out real quick. Get these little freaking minnows out.
Come on, dude. God bless it.
Decent one.
Hold on, don't you drop him.
Yeah, watch his tail.
I don't want to beat your tail up. I got him.
You sure?
Shoo-wee! Yeah. That's a big dog.
There you go. Good googly moogly.
That one's Scott.
I guess it was about the same size.
Here's a little puppy. Here's a little puppy. Here's a little puppy.
Come on, dude, that's a stud. Stud.
That's bait for that black.
Couple more goldfish.
I'm gonna get started on filleting.
Football incoming.
Pretty.
He might fly out.
That's the one that almost blew your head off.
Oh, that's the one you shot over my head?
Yeah.
I could have shot that fish. Nice gag, Mike.
Wheelbarrow of happiness. Right here.
You're a good captain, buddy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You should be dang proud of how well you operate everything. Find the fish.
Well, all
Everything but the sand drop.
The faulty shore marker.
That was a fluke.
That was a fluke. That was a faulty shear marker.
Damn, look at that wheelbarrow. That's
No
it.
doubt. That's all we got.
That's it. Everything else is ice. Ice, baby.
That's a good haul.
Come on, you fucker!
Come on, man, get in here.
With you.
All right. 75 is. Who more would I want to help me break down a 75-pound black grouper? He's got the technique, the antics, and he's always down to help me clean fish because he loves fish and he knows if he helps me clean it, he's gonna get a little bit of it. So one of my good friends and neighbors, the originator of the condom rig, none other than Hillbilly Stan.
Let me ask you something. Can you get a rustier dollar frickin' saw?
Actually, no. It's back when
Is there any teeth left on that damn thing or what?
my great grandfather last used this saw.
What is happening? That saw is from,
Great great grandfather
I think
used on his whaling boats.
Jesus probably used that too.
right. Back in year one.
Back in his carpenter days.
Jesus wasn't fishing. Talk about one from head.
10 pounds of meat right there. Head and cheeks.
See what he had on the line.
Hey Stan, let's do a head-to-head moment.